Welcome back. We now move over to Johannesburg, where we have instances happening right now, and our correspondent on standby, Ongani Sisiba, is on standby in South Africa as the National Union of Metal Workers of South Africa are protesting at the U.S. Consulate in Johannesburg to reject what they say is aggression against Venezuela and also demand the immediate release of Venezuela President Nicolás Maduro and his wife, Lady Celia Flores. Wangani, thank you very much for joining us. I'd like you to give us a summary of exactly what's happening at the march going on right now in Johannesburg by NUMSA.
Good morning, Mazino, and Happy New Year. We haven't spoken since, but we are here at the park where we are seeing the members of the NUMSA and also other civil organizations coming together and other South Africans coming together in what they call is a protest to the United States of America Consulate, just to register their concerns about what we saw recently in Venezuela, where President Maduro was abducted by the United States and they are still in prison, so they are registering their concerns about that. So this group are going to march from here to the consulate. But let me just bring into the conversation the spokesperson of NUMSA, that is Mrs. Majola. How are you? You are here with different organizations. Can you tell us what message are you taking to the U.S.?
Good day, and thank you so much for having me on your platform. On behalf of NUMSA, the National Union of Metal Workers of South Africa is marching today, and it's also marching together with other organizations. We've invited political parties. We've already seen support expressed in the media for this march from various political parties, trade unions, and other progressive formations. And really, the main message that we want to deliver to the American government is that we believe in the sovereignty of nations. And as NUMSA, we reject American aggression. We reject the unlawful military takeover of Venezuela. We reject the kidnapping of the President and the First Lady of Venezuela, and we demand their immediate release. We will be handing over a memorandum of demands to the consulate, and the purpose of this march, more than anything, is to highlight the issue of the sovereignty of all nations and why that is of critical importance, particularly right now in South Africa.
We have seen President Trump. He doesn't maybe listen to anyone. What do you think when we get to the consulate? Are they going to accept your memorandum?
We have picketed or marched outside the U.S. consulate for many years. NUMSA has embarked on many campaigns. Primarily, the campaigns have been around the rights of Palestinian people and the rejection of the U.S.'s support of the genocide in Gaza. So we have picketed many times at the consulate and also at the embassy. And the experience has never been good. They often do not engage. They often do not even accept them. And of course, we're not really expecting a warm welcome, particularly under this administration. But as I said, for us, it's not just about delivering the message to the consulate. It's what is more important to us is to bring attention to this matter and to sensitize South Africans about this matter and all other progressive formations, to say that we shouldn't just sit back and fold our arms and allow our sovereignty to be trampled on by foreign powers. We have a responsibility to defend ourselves. And this is of particular importance in South Africa because Trump has already been pushing a misinformation campaign against South Africa, claiming that South Africa, the black government of South Africa, is responsible for the massacre and the genocide of white Afrikaner farmers. Now that has been disproven. It's absolutely not true. It's a blatant lie. But you see, Trump used a lie to justify the unlawful takeover of Venezuela. He claimed that the president of Venezuela was leading an international drug trafficking ring, and that justified U.S. intervention. We all know that's nonsense. So, given that this happened in Venezuela, it would be really naive for South Africa to think that what happened in Venezuela cannot happen here. And that's ultimately the goal of this march, to heighten sensitivity around that so that South Africans start to understand and to take note of what's happening in the geopolitical space. And yes, we have challenges. Yes, we have problems with our government. But we should never, ever, ever allow outside or external parties to make decisions for us. If we want to remove this government, then we must be the ones to remove the government. We shouldn't allow other external parties to do that for us.
Thank you so much. That was Ashubi Majola, the spokesperson of NUMSA, speaking to us how they want to draw attention to the United States of America of their grievances, especially when it comes how U.S. is treating South Africa. We know that South Africa has registered their concerns, especially about what Trump, the president of the United States, that's Donald Trump, has been saying about South Africa, especially the issue of white genocide. And we have also seen him in Davos when he was asked the same question again about the white genocide. He repeated that there is white genocide in South Africa. So these are some of the concerns that we see South Africans coming in their numbers, raising those concerns. But today's march is about these civil organizations and workers' organizations marching to the consulate of U.S. Just to give a memorandum of their concerns, especially about the Venezuela situation, the abduction of the president of Venezuela. So she said that before they marched to the same consulate, but they were not welcomed. So we expect something like that today, but they're saying that they're still going to march and see how it goes. It's now back to you, Mazino, in the studio.